What's up, everyone? It's my favorite time of the year, NFL season. Let's see if we get anyone hop on here real quick. Where are my NFL fan subscribers? So, the one thing about week one in the NFL is probably the hardest week to predict. In my opinion, week one is like the hardest week to predict out of any week. I think week one's the hardest. You have teams that are rusty. You have so many unpredictable things happen. Last year, I think I only got like half of my picks right for week one. You just don't know what to expect out of a team the first week of the season. And you also have a lot of teams playing quarterbacks that have never been a starter. You have rookies playing straight out of college. You have teams playing new quarterbacks for the first time, pretty much. Completely new offenses. You have new head coaches, new offensive coordinators. So a lot can change. You just never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, this should be a very adventurous week one. All right, so I'm gonna get started. Not a ton of viewers on right now, but I'm gonna save this live stream so people can go back and watch this. But I wanted to make sure that this is out before tonight's game starts, the Chiefs and Lions. I wanted to make sure this comes out before then, so that way it's documented that I made my picks before the season actually started. Not cheating. So tonight could be actually a pretty close game. We have the Lions, who played a very strong season last year and almost made the playoffs. They actually beat Green Bay in Green Bay's last game of the season. Played a very strong year, and we have Dan Campbell coaching his third year now. They've pretty much improved every single season. So we have that going on. And then we have Green Bay. Well, no, not Green Bay. Nope. We don't. We have Kansas City. We have Kansas City playing without Travis Kelce, possibly. Not sure. He might be playing. He might be limited. So, big question mark. As of right now, last I checked, we are about, 3 hours until kickoff, and less than that. And last I checked, Travis Kelce was still listed as questionable. So, not sure if he's going to play tonight or not. If he does play, how limited will he be? If he is feeling really sore, will they just sit him the rest of the night? Not sure what's going to happen there. I really hope he's good to go, and I hope he's okay. Hopefully, he doesn't injure himself further because he is on my fantasy football team, and I need him to have a big year. Aside from that, my pick for Chiefs versus Lions, as much as I want to pick the Lions, because they're kind of one of those teams that could upset another good team. They have a lot of potential and they just keep getting better. There's just no way I am going to pick another team over Mahomes. I cannot bet against Mahomes. Cannot do it. Very few times will you hear me bet against Mahomes this year. Just like when Brady was playing. I don't bet against Brady. Don't bet against Mahomes. So my pick for this game is the Chiefs. Could be a close one. Next up, we have Panthers and Falcons. This game, who knows? This could be a horrible game. This is one of those games we don't really know what to expect because we have Desmond Ridder on the Falcons and we have Bryce Young on the Panthers. So, not really sure what to expect, but I'm just going to go with the Falcons for this one. They are playing in Carolina. I'm going to go with the Falcons on this one. I think it's going to be a heavy running game, and we'll see how Bijan does, but I'm just going to go with the Falcons on this one. I think they are the slate favorites. Not exactly sure, but I'm going to go with the Falcons for this game. For Ravens and Texans, I am definitely going with the Ravens. We have a healthy Lamar. Odell does have an ankle injury. He's questionable, limited participant in practice, but we're still going to go with the Ravens here. Um, for Bengals and Browns, this game could be really good. So this is a tough one. Um, the favorite team is the Bengals. They are the favorite, but I'm going to pick the Browns for this one. The Bengals kind of start off their seasons somewhat lethargically sometimes, and I think it might take a game or two for Joe Burrow to get going. I'm going to go with the Browns. I think this is going to be a heavy running game type of matchup, and I think Nick Chubb is going to take it to the Bengals, and I think the Browns might pull this one out. But I could see the Bengals taking this one, but I'm going to go with the Browns. They have had some success over the Bengals the past couple seasons as well in Cleveland. So we're going to go with the Browns on this one. Can't pick the favorites for every matchup. So next up, we have Jags and Colts. I'm definitely picking the Jaguars for this. I really don't even need to elaborate too much. We have the Colts playing a quarterback who no one's ever really heard of before. The Jaguars are a pretty good team, even winning a wild card matchup last year against the Chargers. So we're going to go with the Jaguars. They seem to be kind of trending in the same direction as the Lions, except they're better than the Lions. They seem to be getting better over time with their new head coach. So we are going with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Next up, we have Buccaneers and Vikings. Definitely taking the Vikings over the Bucs. The Vikings do like to play very poorly against bad teams and make it close, but I still have to pick the Vikings. No way I'm picking the Buccaneers for this game. So we're going to go with the Vikings. I don't want to have to go back and watch this and see after like the Buccaneers somehow upset the Vikes by 3 points, but we can't not go with the Vikings for this game. Next, we have Titans and Saints. This is kind of an interesting matchup. Not sure what to expect with Derek Carr on the Saints now. He has some weapons. Then we have the Titans, one of the most boring teams in the NFL. They still have Derrick Henry, though. They have a pretty good head coach. And I'm actually going to go with the Titans for this game. I think it could go either way, but, Derek Carr, new team, but still, give them a game to get situated. I think the Titans might take this just based on coaching. They're probably going to run a lot and run through the Saints defense. So I'm going to pick the Titans for this game. Next up, we have 49ers and Steelers. This could be a really, really good game. Kenny Pickett has improved a lot. 49ers have Brock Purdy, who played well last season, but still, a few question marks here and there. I'm still going to go with the 49ers for this game. Playing in San Francisco, I think the defense is going to put more pressure on Kenny Pickett than the Steelers' defense will put on Brock Purdy, but it will be pretty close. It could be a really close game, but I think the 49ers are still a slightly better team. Next, we have the Cardinals and Washington Commanders. For most of the season, I'll probably be betting against the Cardinals. Who even knows what they're doing? I don't think they know what they're doing besides tanking. So we're going to go with Washington here. They've looked pretty good, too. It's only been preseason, but they have looked pretty solid. So we're going to go with Washington. We'll see how it goes. Next up, we have the Patriots and the Eagles. I'm telling you, we have the toughest schedule of the entire season. We really do. We have the toughest schedule of the entire season. But on a bright side, we got rid of Matt Patricia. So very, very happy about that. Logically, I should pick the Eagles for this game. We have trouble, especially against quarterbacks that are mobile, which would be Jalen Hurts. However, it's week 1. Anything can happen, and I absolutely hate the Eagles. Although I do like Jalen Hurts a lot. I hate the Eagles. I need the Patriots to start off strong. I can't bet against the Patriots the first week of the season. I just can't do it. Unless they were playing in Miami, then I would, because we always lose in Miami. I'm going to pick the Patriots for this game. I'm not going to put money on it, but I'm going to pick the Patriots for this game and cross my fingers. So we'll see how that goes. Next up, we have Packers and Bears in Green Bay. This is a very tough game. This was actually the toughest game for me to pick. The Packers usually win in Green Bay against the Bears, but now we have Jordan Love. He's looked really good in preseason and practice. We have the Bears, Justin Fields. A good pick for fantasy football, but how well will he do? I don't know. Green Bay has a good defense, too. They have a good head coach. I would like to pick Green Bay here. I'm going to pick the Bears because of experience, but I would not be shocked to see Green Bay win. I think the Bears can pull this one out. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a heavy running game, but I'm going to pick the Bears just barely, by a hair. Just by a hair. Next, we have another tough game, Raiders and Broncos. I actually was leaning towards the Broncos, but then I remembered that Josh McDaniels and Jimmy G have a very good connection, and I just have a feeling that they are going to find a way to edge out the Broncos, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Broncos improve this year. But I really don't want to pick them. I don't want to bet on them. They really burned me a lot last season. So we're going to go with the Raiders for this game in Las Vegas, but anything could happen. But I think Josh McDaniels is going to really be a match made in heaven with Jimmy G. And if he can stay healthy for this game, I think you're going to see a lot of short passes to Jacoby Myers and a lot of screen passes to Josh Jacobs. But I think it's going to work. I think they're going to play it somewhat safe and maybe a couple shots here and there to Davante Adams. And I think they're going to win this game. Next, we have Dolphins and Chargers. And I'm not sure who the favorite is in this game, but I think it might be the Chargers. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Chargers win. This is in Miami. Should be a hot game. I'm actually going to go with Miami for this one. And not because of the weather or the heat, but I think when they're fully healthy, the Chargers are another team that kind of start off slow sometimes. And I think Miami is actually going to just come out firing. So hopefully Tua is good, but I think between Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, that's just a tough horse to stop. And I think Miami's going to pull it out. So they started strong last season. They do start seasons pretty strong. I think they're going to win this game. Next, we have Rams and Seahawks. I'm picking the Seahawks for this game. No Cooper Kupp. He's been ruled out for week 1. Hamstring injury. Who knows how Stafford's going to be doing. Not a lot of options to throw to. Between Tyler Higbee and Van Jefferson, not much. Seahawks had a fairly decent team last year. I think they're going to win this game. Could be high scoring. Not sure. But I am going to pick Seattle to win this game. And that brings us to Sunday Night Football. Who doesn't love Sunday Night Football? I can almost hear the music coming from my TV. We have Cowboys and Giants, big rivalry game. The Cowboys have owned the Giants the past many years now. And, oh, what's up, Little Mac JTV? Between the two teams, I hate the Giants more for obvious reasons. I hate the Giants for a couple reasons, but logically, I really am going to pick the Cowboys for this game. Daniel Jones played much better last year. Very few turnovers. He has Darren Waller to throw to, Isaiah Hodgins. Not a lot of options. I know the Giants played fairly decent last year, but I'm still going with the Cowboys. They have CeeDee Lamb. They have, Tony Pollard starting this year. I think the Cowboys win this. And don't forget, the Cowboys had a top defense last year, and they're going to be great this year. Micah Parsons very well could win Defensive Player of the Year. I'm a big Micah Parsons fan, so I think you're going to see the Cowboys win this game in Dallas like they usually do against New York. Really wouldn't be surprised. Or is this in Dallas, or is this MetLife? I'll have to double check on that one. But yeah, I think Dallas wins this game for Sunday Night Football. And then that brings us to Buffalo and New York Jets. I am so tired of all the New York Jets talk. Aaron Rodgers this, Aaron Rodgers that. Nope. Bills win in a blowout. I know the Jets have a good defense, but I'm picking the Bills. I just want them to shut up all the talk about the Jets. I cannot stand the Jets. I don't want to hear about Aaron Rodgers. Bills win this game. I'm picking the Bills. I think they win by at least 10. Jets have a bad O-line too. It looks like so far through practice and preseason, they have a couple injuries, but I think the Jets O-line is just horrible, and that's not going to. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers getting close. Aaron Rodgers is going to be Brett Favre all over again. Maybe with fewer interceptions, sure, but Aaron Rodgers is just no. He's not going to bring this team magically to the Super Bowl. I know the Jets have a good defense. I even like their head coach. I like some of their wide receivers, but the Bills are still a whole league ahead of them. No, I still say I'll say it right now. Jets finish either third or fourth this season. As long, let me put a little disclaimer in here. As long as Tua does not get another concussion this season, I would say probably Buffalo and Miami finish above the Jets. And with my, my bias, I'm going to say New England still could finish above the Jets because we still own them. So until the Jets actually beat us, we still own them. Even with our last couple seasons where we haven't been the best, we still beat the Jets. So it's not saying much. We beat Mike White and Zach Wilson. I get it. But I say we still beat the Jets until the Jets can prove that they can win games consistently. So that is going to wrap up my NFL Week 1 prediction video. I started doing these last year, but they weren't live streams. I wanted to do live streams. This way people can watch and comment and give their own predictions about the games as well. So every week I will be doing a prediction video, but people can live interact this way and give their takes on upcoming games, and we can just chat sports or fantasy football in between picks. So that's going to be the format from now on. Last year, I think I gave up with my picks after week 12 because some of them were pretty rough. I had some good weeks, but I had some rough weeks. And I kind of got frustrated with the Patriots, so I kind of gave up last year. But we're going to go a full season, all 18 weeks in playoffs. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Last year, I finished strong, though, with my Super Bowl predictions. I did predict a Chiefs victory with at least one Travis Kelce touchdown and one Jalen Hurts touchdown and a Mahomes MVP. So that came true. The year prior, I did also predict a Rams victory with a Cooper Kupp MVP. So I'm on a little bit of a hot streak here for Super Bowls. Josh Allen is really, really good. The only thing that hurts him the most, I would say, last year, he really struggled with red zone turnovers. He had a very, very high percentage of red zone turnovers, and that really hurt Buffalo last season a lot. But he's still amazing, and he can make throws that no one else can for the most part. A couple guys can, but he has a crazy arm, and he's really great at moving around in the pocket and knowing when to run, when to throw. So, yeah, Josh Allen's a lot of fun to watch. And as much as I hate Buffalo as a rivalry, I'm kind of happy for the fan base. Do I think Trey Lance will take Dak's place if he can't perform this year? Tough to say. They're paying Dak so much money. It would be tough to see that happen. I think more likely I think what would happen if Dak got injured again and Trey Lance went in, and if Trey Lance played very, very well, possibly that could happen. But unless Dak really plays very, very poorly, and I'm talking 1 or 0 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, if he just has really bad turnovers, maybe. Yeah, I know that they cut Zeke. Yeah, I know. It's possible. I think the first scenario is more likely, but it's possible. I'm not sure how much they trust Trey Lance, but it's possible. Who knows what's going inside the mind of Jerry Jones? That's true. Not sure. It'll be interesting. I have Dak Prescott on my fantasy team, so I'm really hoping that he does perform well. I'm hoping that does not happen. He is my fantasy football quarterback. Yeah, I did see that. I saw the interview with Dak too, and he he looked a little bummed out that he found out at the same time everyone else did that they were taking Trey Lance. Yes. Yeah, he should let the coaches coach. Yeah, he should. I'm not the biggest fan of Mike McCarthy, but he is a coach. So, yeah, Cowboys are always an interesting storyline. Their defense is so good, though. Even if the offense doesn't perform super well, that defense is really gonna carry them to some victories, I think. Micah Parsons is unstoppable. He is so good. Absolutely fantastic. And tomorrow night I go home, so that's exciting. Any kind of soap packages I have, I will be able to go through and make some more review videos for you guys. So that's really exciting. Very excited for tomorrow evening. My Hoffman's order shipped today. Yeah. Robert said my shipment is on the way now, so hopefully that will be here Saturday, but maybe not. So that might be another week until then. Did they sign Stephon Gilmore? I didn't even remember that. I know he was on the Colts last year. I didn't even realize they signed Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore was like one of my favorite players when he was on our team for a couple seasons. I remember when he was on Buffalo and he was really good, and then we signed him and he was really good for us. And then I believe he went to Carolina, and then he was on Indianapolis last year, and he and Justin Jefferson were going back and forth when they played the Vikings. Yeah. Dallas defense is no joke. I tried to draft them in fantasy this year, but they got picked before I was ready to pick defense. So they're going to be really, really, really good. But yeah, this week, maybe I'll have a package of Hoffman Saturday morning. Maybe not. New Jersey is not very far from New York. The two states touch. So hopefully I'll have my Hoffman's package Saturday. If not, it will probably arrive like Monday or Tuesday, and I won't get it until I'm back home the following Friday evening. So that's the one downfall to only being home for weekends. I can only get my packages during a certain time frame. Yeah, hopefully it's a good season. My dad's a Cowboys fan, so I know he's rooting for the Cowboys. You can see in the sports instance, the apple did fall far from the tree. Oh, that'd be cool. I will be excited to see those Hoffman's reviews. Yeah, Hoffman's is interesting because there really aren't any unique ingredients in the bars. They're pretty much all just like saponified oils and fragrance, and that's pretty much it. And then mica for colorant. But some of the scents are really, really good. So the one bad thing about the soaps, I would say they don't lather great. I think the shave soap, on the other hand, lathers like unbelievably well. I have not tried the shampoo bars. I saw Evan did a review on those. Said they lathered really well after a couple minutes, so I don't know. But yeah, that'll be really cool to see. I like seeing people review some of those Hoffman scents just because they're so out there and they're so unique. You've seen the packages, they're just crazy. So I do like seeing some other people's reactions to their bars. Some of them are killer, some of them could be chopped. But yeah, that'll be cool. I believe he is getting rid of Burn the Ships, which is like a knockoff of like an Old Spice scent. I wasn't really a big fan of it. Once I get my next package of Hoffman's, I 12 bars that I haven't tried yet. Once I try those 12 bars, I'm going to make a rankings video for Hoffman's, but I don't want to come out with a video prematurely because I have 12 new bars that are going to be incorporated into the rankings list after. But yeah, very excited. NFL season, it feels like Christmas. It feels like Christmas. NFL season is my favorite time of the year. So first week of the season is great, and then Really, my favorite time of the year is NFL playoffs, but I'm going to enjoy week 1. Just it goes by very, very quickly, very quickly. Just like when you're a kid, you're in school, you have summer vacation, it goes by super quickly. So there's the NFL season, but we're just going to sit back, enjoy it, and I will be watching tonight. Hopefully, some good stuff happens. I'm not sure if I'm playing Travis Kelce on my fantasy team yet, so I'm kind of keeping a close eye on that. But that's going to wrap up this video. When you guys go back and watch this, you can stay tuned. I'm probably going to do this. I'll probably just do a live stream every Thursday night with my predictions. So it's going to wrap this up. We'll see you next time.